Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Denae. I'm a stay-at-home mama of a 2.5-year-old little boy named Gunner, and I do all sorts of content here on my channel, mainly motherhood and lifestyle. You'll find some cleaning, organization, fashion, beauty, home decor, cooking, some vlogging, like family stuff. I love doing like what I eat in a day videos, and my husband and I are actually getting ready to go through another infertility journey. We went through years of infertility treatments to get pregnant with Gunner, and after trying for almost another year on our own, we are headed back to the fertility doctor at the end of the month, and we'll be sharing that journey with y'all. So if that's the type of content that you enjoy watching, or you're just curious to follow along or interested in following along in our trying to conceive journey through infertility, definitely consider subscribing to my channel and clicking that bell notification so that you don't miss out on any of those videos coming at you very, very soon. So I have done quite a few, I would say. I guess I wouldn't say a lot, but I've done quite a few baby name videos here on my channel. They seem to always do really well. I love baby name videos. I've made it no secret that I've been obsessed with baby names for years. Even before we were trying to get pregnant, I always had a list in my phone of names that I loved, so that when the time did come that we got pregnant, I could refer to that list and kind of pick which ones we may or may not want to use. And every day I continue to add more and more names to that list because I continue to hear more names that I love. So I recently did a gender neutral name video, and y'all seem to really enjoy that. So I thought that I would share another one with you. I have 10 more names to share with you, and these are all names that I really love, names that we could or may not use in the future, but they're names that could be used for male or female. And I am so drawn to gender neutral names. It seems like more and more as time goes on. I really love like classic boy names used for girls. I don't know, I just really love gender neutral names. So in an effort to not make this video super duper long, I am going to give you 10 more baby names that I really love that are gender neutral. The first one that I have is Austin. I have always considered Austin a boy's name, and then I heard it not that long ago used as a little girl's name. I can't remember where. Maybe it was a subscriber that commented it to me, or maybe I heard it on TV. Either way, it doesn't matter. I think Austin is a really cute name for a girl or for a boy. It's one of those names that you could spell a couple of different ways, which if you've been watching any of my baby name videos, then you know that I geek out over different like ways to spell common names, or just kind of coming up with a little bit of a unique twist to an ordinary name. The second name that I have is the name Emery, and I think Emery is so cute for a little girl, but I also think it has like some substance behind it for a boy. We live in Georgia and in the Atlanta area. Emory University, Emory Hospital is a very, very big name in the Atlanta area. And of course I think of that, but I do think of like stature behind the name Emery. You know, there's just like something behind it. It's like a proud name, you know, there's just something behind it that I just think is just really cool. And then, you know, even as a girl, again, you have those different variations of how you can spell it, and I just think it's a really sweet and precious name for a little girl as well. The third one that I have, okay, I feel like in every single one of these videos, I always have a name that is linked to Pretty Little Liars. I don't know what it was, but their names in that whole series was just on point for me. I love every single name of the characters in that show, that series, the book, all of that. So the next name that I have for you is the name Wren. I think Wren is so cute. Of course, it was a male character in Pretty Little Liars, but I also think it is a really, really beautiful name for a little girl as well. And yeah, I mean, I don't know the meanings behind any of these names. I know that some people like to share that with you. I'm not one of those people. But obviously I know a wren is a bird. But I just think Wren is just like a really cool, kind of an edgy name for a boy, but I also think it's really beautiful for a girl. The fourth name that I have is a variation of a name that I have shared before. It's one of my favorite names for a girl, but that name is Finn. And I love the name Finn. I love that it can be a shortened version of Finley for a girl or Finnegan for a boy. I just think it's really cute. I think Finn is just like a really fun and playful name for a boy or for a girl. Obviously I think of like Tom Sawyer, Huck Finn, but it's just kind of like one of those really like playful, fun names for a kid. Next is the name Wesley, and for so long I'd always only known boys with the name Wesley, which I think is so cute. I think Wesley, or calling him Wes, is such a cute name. I love that for a boy. But when I lived in South Carolina, there was a girl, actually, I think she's still around, the blue-eyed bride, Erin. She lives in Columbia, South Carolina. She and I were chatting because we had lived in that area, and she had recommended her hairstylist to me when we moved to that area. And the girl that did our hair, her name was Wesley. And I thought that that was so cute. It was so different and unique. I've never met a girl named Wesley. And I've now since heard it a couple of times used as a female's name. And I love it so much. I just think it is fun and kind of quirky. And I love it for both a boy and a girl. The next name that I have, I actually heard from, I think it was a subscriber or somebody that had commented on one of my videos. And the name is Micah. I actually went to school with a boy named Micah, and never really heard of it used as a girl's name until I got older. And now I think Micah is such a cool name for a girl. I love that it kind of has like a tomboyish feel to it, but it's also kind of like sharp and sophisticated sounding. So I really love the name Micah. The next name that I absolutely love for a boy or for a girl is the name Cade or Cadence. I think Cadence is beautiful as a girl's name. And then going with the name Cade for a boy, I think it is just very edgy and kind of very cool for a boy. And then for a girl, I just think it's really like sweet and just different, and it's really beautiful. I actually remember like years ago I was dating this guy, and we'd always said if we had kids we loved the name Cadence for a little girl. And then I think in American Pie, one of the later movies, one of the girls in it, her name was Cadence, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never heard that name used anywhere, you know? So it was kind of crazy. And now since then I have heard that name. It's not super popular, but I have heard it, and I just think it's so beautiful and just a really, really gorgeous name for a little girl. But Cade is one of my favorites for a boy. The next one is the name Aiden. And again, Aiden is one of those names that I've only ever known boys with that name, but I also love it for a girl. And it's one of those, again, you can change up the spelling to make it a little more feminine looking and sounding. And I just think Aiden it's a really like pretty twist on that name for a girl. So I do actually really love the name Aiden for a little girl. The next one that I have is the name Hayden, and I know boys and girls with that name. I had originally ever only known it as a girl's name. Obviously I think of Hayden Panettiere, who I love. I think she's amazing. I think she's beautiful. I loved following her in several different, movies and shows that she's been in. But one of my good friends that I used to work with, her little boy's name was Hayden, and that was the first time I'd ever heard that name used as a boy, and I really like it. I like it used as both. I just think it's really cute and it's really sweet, and I don't know, I feel like there's a little bit of like southernness to it. The next name is a name that I feel like is getting a little more popular because of Southern Charm with Cam Wimberly. She had a little girl and named her Palmer. I think Palmer is so cute. It's one of those names that I feel like has like Southern heritage behind it. It's like a strong boy's name, but it's one of those names that, because it sounds more like a boy's name to me, that I'm more drawn to it as a girl's name. I don't know why. I've mentioned this in my last video, but like names like James, like I just am so drawn to names that are predominantly used more as a boy's name, I love using it for a girl. And Palmer, I think, is so beautiful for a girl's name, but I also really love it for a boy too. I think it's very unique and different, and yeah, Cam did really well on that one. The next one that I absolutely love is the name Andy. And again, this is one that you can spell differently with like a Y or an I. There is another fashion blogger whose little girl is named Andy, and I just think it's so cute. Obviously, I grew up with Andys, Andrews, we call them Andy. I'm not so much a fan of the name Andrew, but I do like the name Andy, and I think it is so cute as a little girl. I think it's fun as a boy's name. So I also really like, you know, going with Drew. If you were to go with Andrew, maybe you could call him Drew too, but that's like a totally different video. So anyways, Andy is the next one that I really love. And then the last name that I absolutely love, and this is a name that I've mentioned before as one of my top boy names. It was actually a contender for Chris and I when we were pregnant with Gunner, but that is the name Mason. And again, this is one that could totally be changed out with the way that you spell it and use as a girl's name, and you can make it a little more feminine. I love it, obviously spelled with an O, keeping it a little more masculine for a boy's name, but then either swapping it out for like an E or a Y for a girl's name and adding that little feminine twist to it. I think Mason is so cute for a girl's name, like so cute. I love that name for a little girl's name. So, and for a boy too, honestly, like I could go either way on that one. Definitely could go either way on that one. So those are 10 more gender neutral baby names that I am loving right now. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave it a thumbs up. Leave in the comments below more names that you are loving that are gender neutral. I love hearing from you guys what other names you guys love and adding it to my list and sharing it with everybody else. So yeah, definitely let me know what names I mentioned that you love, or even just different ones that I haven't mentioned that you think would be really cool to use that are gender neutral as well. So thank you guys so much and sharing your time with me. I hope that you have an amazing day. Again, consider subscribing if you are new to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.